everybody, how's it going? So today is road trip day. I am on my way up the 401. We're going up to Guelph, Ontario to go meet my super fan named Chris. Now, as far as Chris knows, I am selling him a pair of vintage 30s, which I'm still actually going to do. I've had him kicking around for a while, want to get rid of them, that kind of thing. And he needs a pair of vintage 30s. Okay, so that's going to work out well. Now, what Chris doesn't know is today's going to be his lucky day. Now, what I've got in the back here are a pair of Kali LP8s, an Audient ASP880, and a limited edition ID14 with a custom graphic. I think Audient only made 20 of them. This thing's just kind of been sitting on a shelf in my studio for the last couple of years. I really don't have any space for it or don't really need it as well. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do a little something. Let's pay it forward to somebody who could really use it. Now, Chris is a great dude. He hangs out on my premium Discord. You know, he's always playing me new mixes that I can check out and whatnot. And, you know, we do kind of a group thing in there where we all kind of comment on each other's mixes and try and help each other out. It's a pretty cool forum. It's a cool place to hang out. And Chris does a lot of live drum recordings, so I thought, given the ASP880, it's an absolutely phenomenal mic preamp. This is definitely going to help out his drum recordings. So yeah, we were about an hour away from Chris's place. We're going to hit the road, go hit the 401, stop on by, and hopefully change his life for the better. Let's hope it goes well anyway. Okay, so I made it to Chris's place. How's it going, Chris? What the hell's your last name anyway, dude?
Rowan. Yeah.
So, Chris is an apprentice millwright here in Guelph, Ontario. And how long have you been doing that for?
So this February will be my 4th year in the apprenticeship program. So I'm in the midst of my 2nd round of schooling, got one more afterwards, and I'm licensed.
And what's your main instrument, Chris?
So band, I play bass, everything else at home.
Oh, no.
Everything. Yeah, I'm a bass guy, so big big gear nerd too, so it's like
all right on. So yeah, just checking out some of the stuff he's got here. So here's his rig. He's got a lot of these fire pots kicking around, and those are you can get these for how much can you get these for?
So I've been consistently picking them up for like $40 to $120. $40
to $120. That's insane. And then you got it slave to this Tascam. Is that how that's working, or is the Tascam slave to this?
No, that's slave to the Tascam. So that's the 16x8. So you got the 8 line inputs on the Tascam as well as the 8 mic preamps on it. So we can just slave the preamps from the FirePod right into the Tascam.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And then of course you got a SWR Go Light. Okay, I've seen the Goliath, but not the Go Light. SWR stopped making gear or something like that a few years ago, didn't they?
I'm not too sure on the history of SWR. The story goes with that cab is that at Sherwood's Midnight Madness sale, I got a Deed Eden cab.
Those were great. I've recorded a couple of them.
Yeah. But the speakers were blown. So I called them up, and they said, hey, just bring it in, and they took me out to their rental warehouse and said, hey, you can pick from these cabs. And there's like 8 different cabs.
Now, I think Chris is lying to us, actually, because, you know, he says he's a bass player here, but I'm seeing an auto harp and an accordion in the corner over here. So you're actually an accordion player.
Oh, there's a couple trumpets, there's trombones around here.
Oh, man. But accordion players get all the girls.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Chris is going to take us through his home studio setup here, and so this is where you do your work. I was wondering what the lighting was going to be like in here. I think we can manage.
We got some monitors down here, a little keyboard.
Okay, you're using your monitor. You're using these old '70s speakers. You said you got these are worth how much back in the day?
2,600 euros
each, or for the pair?
Each,
and you're using them as speaker. You're using them as a keyboard stand.
Pretty much.
Have you ever considered maybe plugging them in and listening to them?
Not great for modern audio stuff. But.
Interesting. Okay. So what do we got over here? Just going to go a little exploring. This looks like it used to be something.
So this is a Gibson G12 combo. So there is a leaky capacitor in it that I'm replacing.
Oh my God! A bass player understands what electronic components are.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah, I know. It's the millwright schooling teaching me all the electronics.
And I can see you're a bit of a solder jockey, so that's cool. I got a few of those kicking around at home, too.
Yeah, I'm starting to get into the more repair things. My first big repair was actually this Aphex Aurora exciter. So this needed a new power cord, and all the solder joints on the outboard of it, on the out, were all cracked.
Okay.
So they got in a bundle with, I got... That the Aphex, I got 2 of these Alesis 3660s compressors.
Oh, I heard we had a couple discussions there on the SMG Discord about these. Didn't Fury recommend these?
Yeah, so they're good for just absolutely just crushing a single, and you get kind of these artifacts in the signal.
And how much did you pay for those?
So all in all,
How much was the Aphex?
So I got that. I got it in a bundle. So I got one of those. I got one of the Aphex, 2 of the Leasis, and 2 patch bays, plus a whole whack of cabling for $250 Canadian.
All right, so everybody just watching, okay, that would be about 75 real dollars and about 50 euros.
Yeah.
So you also got a DBX 266S. Where the fuck are we here? DBX 266SS, and then you get a DBX graphic EQ, headphone amp, patch bay, and a couple of more of those PreSonus FirePods. You even got another FirePod down there. That's a lot of channels, dude. Like, holy shit.
So the nice things about the FirePods back in the day, you could link 3 of them together for 24 inputs.
That's insane.
But now it's just, I finally got it working with Windows 10. So
oh, no.
There is a way.
Okay, Windows 10, yes. Where everything works great. Yeah. Okay, I also got to say, yeah, he also has the Art Pro VLA 2, which is an absolute banger of a compressor. Now I got in the Art Pro VLA based on Shelly Yakis's recommendation. Shelly, as you know, he might have recorded a song you might have heard of. It was called Don't Fear the Reaper. He had all this wonderful top-of-the-line gear kicking around, and then he had this in the rack. And I'm like, what's that all about? He's like, oh, it's amazing. I'm like, okay, great. So I went and grabbed one, and the rest is history. Yeah, it's like definitely one of the best modern bang-for-the-buck things ever. But I think I want to check out a couple of those Alesis compressors. That looks like it might be kind of fun because I really dig working with Outboard. Anyway, looks like what? You got some Atom, what are these? The TV, what?
TV5s or the T5Vs or something like that.
Okay, cool. And that seems to be doing okay. And like I said, you're using a dresser as a monitor stand, so that's real cute. And then over here we got a couple of mini S. Looks like orange Micro Dark, Joyo Jackman, Hughes and Kettner, Tubemeister 18, and a Blackstar. Apparently that's the one that gets used the most. What's up with that, bro?
You know what? I picked it up for...
Oh, you're a bass player.
Yeah, that too. I picked it up for dirt cheap out of Law McQuaid, and it's just like, this has just been my go-to amp.
Okay. So, all in all, not a bad little starter setup. Not a lot of treatment in the room, I gotta say. Maybe you might be better served for building some bigger corner traps, but I'm sure it's a decent place to get started. But, I was gonna say, how'd you feel about an upgrade?
Sure.
Let's see what let's go take a look at my van. Let's see what I brought. So just getting my shoes on here. We're gonna head out to the van and see what goodies we brought for Chris and see what's up with this. Okay, let's do this. Hey, look, it's Fast and Furious. Yep, I might be a YouTuber, but I drive something very practical.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that.
Yeah. So here, why don't you peel back the blanket there for a second and show you a couple things. So, what's in the big white box there? I think we might have brought you an improvement from my friends over at Kali.
Oh my goodness.
That's what we got.
Holy crap. Jeez. Holy shit.
So those are the new IN8s. And these are a gift from my friends over at Kali Audio.
Oh my goodness! Holy!
So we thought you might be able to use those.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit of an improvement.
Let's hope so. Anyway.
Holy crap!
So we thought we'd bring those. Okay, let's check that back in the box. Next up, why don't we grab that little box right there and pull that out? Okay.
So, audio.
What is it?
Oh boy. D6. Hey, that's cool. Oh, 20.
So flip it open there. Careful. That is a limited edition ID14. They only made 20 of those. And I've just basically had this thing sitting here on my shelf for the last couple of years because I've got the RME stuff. And so that's got like a custom paint job on it. And they only made 20 of those. That's why it's got a 20 on there. So that's 2 mic preamps plus an ADAT connector. And I think it's 1 ADAT. It could be 2. I can't remember. But you should be able to hook in one of your FirePods to this.
Ooh.
And because you're a Windows guy, this is an Audient driver, so it's going to get you rock solid Win 10 drivers as well. So you're not going to have any issues.
I won't have to deal with the once in a while dropout
or ASIO for all or any of that crap. Yeah, Audient actually makes great drivers. And built-in volume knob right there for your desktop.
That frees up rack space.
Yeah. And there you go. Okay. So let's just set that down. I got one more thing for you here.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas in October, except I'm not Christian, but whatever. Hey, you know what? I'm happy.
Look at what's around my head.
It's Christmas for Vikings.
It's Christmas for pagan.
Oh, it's pagan. Okay, whatever. This you're not going to find for $40 or whatever used. So this is the ASP 880. This is a rock solid piece of mic preamps, and it's got 8 outs, and you can do channel inserts. It doesn't have analog outputs, otherwise it probably would have still been in my rack. Yeah. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I know you record a lot of live drums and whatnot, so I figured this might help you step your game up a little bit.
Oh my goodness. I'm speechless.
Oh. Jeez. So there we go. Let's check that out. All right, so we made it down to the basement. I was looking around here, and I'm thinking, you know what? I was originally planning on helping him get it all set up and installed and all that. We could do some before and after video shots, but I'm like, nah, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. And he's gonna have to do some tweaking, I think. So fuck that, Alex. Good luck, dude. Yeah, the monitors. I'd say what you should do, since you got this set up over here, is I would definitely take those Ion 8s and flip them on their sides. You can do that. Yeah. So you should be good there. It's just you might have to kick this speaker out a little bit that way. And just to get it kind of, so you can fit the whole thing in, because it's considerably larger than what you got.
Like I know for a fact, just to even get that other monitor up to height, it's sitting on a 5-gallon pail.
Oh, jeez. So there's that, and then the ID14 should sit here no problem. Like I said, you're gonna have a volume control right there, and then you could go right into you can go right into the ASP 880, or you can daisy chain the ASP 880, and it may be one of the fire pods. I don't know how that you're gonna figure that out.
That's gonna be my problem.
Yep. The fire pods, do they have ADAT?
No, they don't. So they were only FireWire linking.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's the thing. The ID14 is all ADAT centered. That's gonna have way better drivers than the PreSonus stuff.
They dropped support Windows 7, so
oh crap!
I have to install Windows 10 legacy drivers for FireWire, and then install the drivers for the device in Windows 7 compatibility mode. Jeez. It was a couple hoops to go around, but someone told me it's possible, so I said I'm gonna do it.
All right. Now, one thing I did include here was ADAT cable. So that's going to you just connect ID14 to that, and you're all set.
Yeah, that will just make things a lot smoother.
Yeah, because I don't think that thing ships with an ADAT cable, so this will really help out. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna leave Chris with this. Here's the ID14. Sits really nice on his desk. It's got a real small footprint. It's pretty cool, and it's got basically everything you need. It's got a couple mic preamps. It's got mute button. Okay, so on the back panel here, we've got an optical in for ADAT, so that's going to come out of the ADA 880 and then into this. So that'll give them a total of 10 mic preamps, which is enough to do a drum set. So if you want to bring that over to your buddy's place, you're all set. And it's got a couple of outputs for your monitors. Yeah, you're going to do just fine with this. I'd say, yeah, I think you're going to need stereo 1/4 inch. I think you're going to need stereo 1/4 inch XLR to hook up the Kalis.
That's fine. That's what we're already doing with the FirePods.
Oh, okay, great then. You've got the wiring for it. Yeah. So there we go. Okay, great.
I'm shocked. I was just expecting kind of hangout for you to just roast my setup, and just like I wasn't expecting this. Like this is Christmas in July for me.
Well, I'm certainly not going to roast your setup without bringing something along to help you out and maybe help make your recording journey just a little bit easier. Anyway, Chris, I just want to say thanks so much for being on the show, man. It's a real pleasure to meet you and finally get to hang out for a second. Hopefully, I'm going to make your recording job just a little bit easier.
Hopefully. I oh my goodness, I hope so.
All right, so from Chris's basement in Guelph, Ontario, I just want to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and hey, come hang out on our Discord, because you never know when I might just drop by your place with a studio upgrade too. Okay, so we do have one of the Ion 8s out of the box just to kind of set up, and you can see just for comparison the size difference between it and what he's got right now. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with these atoms. You can get a look at that. And then we go to the Kalis. They're just massive in comparison. It's like, yeah, he's going to have a fun time placing these, that's for sure. I'm recommending he puts the IN8s on the side. You can do that with the IN8s. They're 3-way monitors and a total like 160 watts of power. And they're absolute fucking monsters. This is in the middle of the woofer there. That's actually a mid-range driver. So you're going to get a pretty accurate representation of what's going on. In my experience using them, they're really brutally honest, especially in the mid-range and the top end. They don't have quite that slamming bottom end that I'm used to hearing in some other monitors, but that might not necessarily be a bad thing anyway, because you're looking for your monitors to be accurate and be honest with you in what you're getting and not make your mix sound better than it actually is. Anyway, want to give a big shout out and thank you to Kali Audio and Audient as well for supplying the gear for this little trip. I think we're going to make somebody's day here. And one more time. Yeah. Tell me you better fucking practice. Hey, look, he's got the Blue Man Group special effect.